our next speaker for this session. We have Ugur Eruli with us. He's a student, an activist. I would request my tech team to please take Ugur on the screen. In fact, of the many young people who have joined this global forum, Ugur has been very active and he has been in connect with us for the last 1 year. So we would like to hear his thoughts on this topic of global civil unrest and the Gandhian philosophy.
Hello.
Hello.
Greetings from Southeast Asia. Now I'm currently residing in Southeast Asia, and we've been, I've been active in this group for more than 6 or 7 years because I was a follower. I still have been a follower of Gandhi, and I'm teaching his deeds and his passion all throughout the world, especially now in Southeast Asia. I'm still teaching my friends about his good deeds and values. And thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to speak up for Gandhiji, because he has a special place in my heart. And I've been teaching my students about his good deeds. I've been enlightening them about his books and about the things that he gave to entire worlds, because Gandhi is not a person for his own country. He's also a person for the entire world. He inspired many people, such as Ken Saro-Wiwa in Nigeria, or other people, Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela, as my friend mentioned before. So he has a very good impact on people. And I can easily say that he is one of my idols. And especially a lot of people in Turkey know a lot about him. He is a very inspiring leader. That's what I can say. And to sum up Gandhi in 4 or 5 words, I can say that he was disciplined. I just want to tell about him with the adjectives. That's how I can, how I can tell about him in general. So what I can say is that he was well disciplined, he was practical, he was patriotic, and also he was a shrewd politician. He was very intelligent, and he could solve all the problems whenever he came up with them. And he was also farsighted. So he was the father of one nation, but at the same time, he was one inspiration to entire world, as I mentioned before. He advocated peace and honor for oppressed people around the world. He paved an honorable way for inspiring figures, as I mentioned before, such as Ken Saro-Wiwa in Nigeria and other countries all around the world. He was practical because his Satyagraha walk just, inspired me, not only me, but also all the peoples in the world. And his Satyagraha walk to overcome the employment problem of Indian citizens, and thus giving union rights to his people and influence the oppressed nations all around the world. So he was a very good leading figure and very good example for them. He was practical, also, as I mentioned, and he was also disciplined because he never gave up, even though we all know that he didn't have the best physical condition, and he traveled all around India, even though his condition. So he was also merciful at the same time because, he was tried to be assassinated for many times, but he never gave up. He always forgave his assassinators, his assassins. And that's what also inspired me in my heart, because this is such an attribute not many people can achieve in real life. So he was one of those, honorable men. And he was also patriotic because he devoted all his being to entire India and all its citizens. He traveled each and every square kilometers of India. That's what I also learned from him, to cope up with problems, and no matter what the cost is. He was farsighted as he foresaw what was coming for Indian citizens. And on condition that they failed to struggle against inequality, then they would have a very bad future ahead of them. And he saw it all before, and he gave that struggle for his people. He also wanted to make peace between India and Pakistan. That's why I also admire his character, because he did his well. He did his best for it. That's what I can say. He was also a shrewd, person, because he was very shrewd, as he had the wit, the intelligence to cope up with difficult problems, no matter what he encountered. And he always knew how to solve all those problems peacefully. He always found a peaceful solution, no matter what happened until that time. So he was a guiding light and an inner motivation. And his guiding light and inner motivation was his endless belief, was because of his endless belief in unconditional love and peace. That's what I also admired about him. He always believed in the good of each and every individual in the world. So he was tireless about that. He had a very perfect character in my heart and in my mind. Actually, if you ask my opinion, his success reached far beyond the limits of India. That's what I can also say about him. And in Turkey, and now currently in Southeast Asia, I am lecturing my students and will continue to do so as long as I breathe. I will do that. This is my goal. This is my life goal. And I want to thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to speak up for Gandhiji and his virtues he spread with his love and his compassion. Thank you very much from Turkey.
So, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
As I mentioned earlier, we look forward to working with you on several global projects as a young, aspiring activist
I'll
and
be
someone
honest.
who is doing such good work. We would
I'll be
really
more than
be
honored.
happy to associate with you in the future. Thank you so much and all the
Thank
best
you
to
very
you.
much. I'll be honored.